welcome back to Routine English Podcast.
We're so glad you could join us today. We have a great show lined up.
Welcome back to Routine English Podcast, the podcast where we analyze the micro moments that define our lives. Alex, let me hit you with something provocative right out of the gate.
Ready, but keep it snappy. I've only had half a latte.
Why is it that the simple act of ordering a coffee, saying 5 words to a person standing 3 feet away, can cause more anxiety, confusion, and subtle judgment than filing your tax return?
Okay, that's hyperbolic, but I see your point. The performance anxiety surrounding coffee culture is real, though I always assumed it was just poor social skills, not some deep psychological phenomenon.
It's deeper. Think about the invisible script. We're not just exchanging currency for caffeine. We are participating in a highly ritualized, incredibly fast-paced social exchange where the vocabulary is specialized and the stakes, social capital, are surprisingly high.
Stakes are high? You mean the difference between a passable cup and a terrible cup, right? The stakes are purely gustatory.
No, the stakes are conformity. If you order a medium iced pumpkin spice frappuccino with oat milk and 3 pumps of vanilla in a minimalist third-wave specialty shop, you are immediately marking yourself as an outsider. That micro-judgment from the barista, it matters.
Right? The coffee snobbery. So we're talking about the implicit class structures built into ordering a beverage. That makes sense for the hook. Let's expand this context. Where did this complexity come from? It used to be coffee, regular.
Exactly. The complexity exploded with the second wave, Starbucks. They democratized espresso but introduced the 4-tiered size system and the modifier cascade. Suddenly, coffee wasn't enough. It had to be a venti, 2-pump, non-fat, extra hot macchiato.
The language became a barrier to entry. And then the third wave came along and essentially forced us to unlearn the Starbucks language. Now, if you ask for a macchiato, a specialty barista will glare at you because you're confusing the traditional Italian shot with milk foam with the American layered dessert.
Yes, it's linguistic warfare, and the anxiety spikes because the barista's response time is usually under 10 seconds. You have to execute a flawless, rapid-fire sequence of attributes: size, temperature, milk type, flavor, drink base, and customization.
And the modifiers have modifiers. I struggle with cold foam. Do I ask for cold foam, or does the drink inherently come with it? If I ask for sweet cream cold foam, is that redundant? I often just stammer and point.
Pointing is safer, Alex. But let's get into the deep debate section. My contention is that the optimal coffee order isn't about what tastes best. It's about achieving maximum efficiency and minimal interaction.
See, I disagree fundamentally. If I'm paying $7 for a craft beverage, I demand specificity. I should be able to dictate my precise caloric and flavor profile without feeling rushed or judged. Why should my pursuit of perfection be minimized for your efficiency?
Because you are disrupting flow. Think of the barista as a highly optimized assembly line worker. Every hesitation, every complex deviation, asking if they can mix 2 different syrups, forces them out of their groove, slowing the queue for everyone else.
But that's a structural failure of the cafe system, not a consumer failing. If a cafe offers 20 syrups and 5 milk alternatives, they are implicitly inviting complex orders. Blaming the customer for utilizing the menu is absurd.
It's about reading the room. If it's 8:15 a.m. and the line is out the door, your responsibility as a member of this temporary social contract is to order quickly. Your double dirty chai latte with almond milk and 1 pump less chai can wait until 2 p.m.
The peak hour etiquette. I acknowledge that. But what about the rise of mobile ordering? Doesn't that remove the anxiety entirely by allowing us to craft our bespoke drink in isolation, minimizing the human exchange?
It removes the conversational anxiety, yes, but it often increases the fulfillment complexity. Baristas hate mobile orders because they are almost universally the most complicated, demanding, and often confusing modifications that nobody would dare utter out loud.
Wait, really? I assumed mobile orders were the saving grace for the socially awkward coffee drinker.
They are a sanctuary for complexity. You can spend 5 minutes tweaking your order on the app, selecting obscure buttons like light ice or stirred, not shaken, details you'd forget or omit under the glare of the cash register light.
So the complexity simply shifts from the social interaction to the production workflow. It's like the coffee order is a proxy for how much control we feel we have in our chaotic lives. We can't control inflation, but we can control the exact temperature of our iced coffee.
Precisely. It's the illusion of microcontrol. And this leads to another point, the hierarchy of cool drinks. Ordering a simple black filter coffee in some environments is the ultimate flex.
The I know what good coffee tastes like flex. It says, I respect the bean too much to adulterate it with frivolous sugars and milks. It's minimalism as a status symbol.
Contrast that with the person who orders an Americano. The Americano is the intellectual's compromise. It's espresso-based, so it feels sophisticated, but it's watered down, so it's socially acceptable to sip for an hour while working.
And then you have the single origin pour-over. That's the ultimate I value process over speed statement. It's a 10-minute wait, during which you must stand patiently, acknowledging the ritualistic precision of the water temperature and the bloom time.
The pour-over is the opposite of efficiency. It demands slowness. But here's a hidden danger I want to debate: the moral weight of milk alternatives. Is ordering oat milk a genuine ethical choice or just performative consumption?
Ooh, tough. I think it started as ethical. Dairy is problematic, environmentally and sometimes ethically. But it has undoubtedly become trendy. Oat milk is now the default signal of being conscious or lactose aware, even if you secretly prefer whole milk.
It adds another layer of self-consciousness. We are optimizing our order, not just for taste or speed, but for perceived ethical integrity. It's exhausting.
And the barista knows. They know half the people ordering oat milk just want the sweet, fatty mouthfeel, not the environmental high ground. They are silently judging the incongruence.
Which brings us back to the central anxiety. We feel we are constantly being assessed. The cafe is a stage, but let me throw in the twist, the revelation that changes the perspective entirely.
Lay it on me. Is it about hidden menu items? Because I love those.
It's about what the barista actually hears. We think we're being judged on our complexity or our conformity. The truth is, most high-volume baristas are operating in a state of auditory processing exhaustion.
Say more. That sounds like jargon.
They don't hear the ethical choice or the social statement. They hear a series of phonemes that must be translated instantly into a sequence of buttons on a POS system. Their actual mental checklist is size, hot, cold, milk, espresso shots, syrup modifier. Everything else is static.
So they are operating purely functionally. They've filtered out the social noise. The judgment we feel is mostly self-imposed, because we're projecting our own insecurities onto their neutral, task-oriented response.
Precisely. The barista who seems to be judging your 5-syrup concoction is actually just struggling to remember if you said 3 pumps or 4, because they are simultaneously hearing the grinder, the steamer, and the next customer waiting.
That's genuinely fascinating. So the whole complex cultural performance we engage in, the specific vocabulary, the choice of trendy milk, is largely wasted on the person taking the order. They are simply trying to encode the transaction.
The deeper revelation is this: the perfect order isn't the one that gets you the best coffee. It's the one that minimizes the barista's cognitive load. It's an act of communal efficiency, not personal preference exhibition.
The optimal order is the one that requires the fewest unique keystrokes. I see. It means simplicity is kindness, not just status.
It is kindness. It respects the invisible labor and the intense mental juggling required. And when the barista inevitably asks name for the order, that's the true final hurdle.
The name, the moment your carefully constructed persona meets the Sharpie. Do you use your actual name? A pseudonym? Mumble it?
If your name is complicated, you must decide whether to inflict the pronunciation correction or live with a slightly misspelled cup, a subtle, existential choice we make daily.
I often just say Alex slowly, knowing they will write Alex or Alec. I choose passive acceptance over awkward confrontation. It's part of the coffee ritual surrender.
And that, my friends, brings us full circle. The act of ordering coffee is a perfect microcosm of modern social interaction. Complex rules, intense self-consciousness, the illusion of control, and ultimately a surrender to the system.
We went deep on 5 words. It's a miracle we get coffee at all, considering the existential dread involved. Next time I order my black coffee, I'll remember I'm being kind to the system, not just displaying taste superiority.
Exactly. So the next time you find yourself sweating over, do I ask for light ice or not? Remember, the barista just wants to encode and move on. Simplify, smile, and enjoy the caffeine. Thank you for joining us on Routine English Podcast.
And if you love this dissection, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let us know your most complicated coffee order in the comments below. We'll judge you accordingly. Just kidding.
Mostly kidding. See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time on the Routine English Podcast.